Welcome back to Mcoc AlBundyRules. Got a nice fun video for us showing Iron Patriot of all people, and that he can actually be rather usable. I'm showing that synergy giving him 300% attack rating for 30 seconds, and he can reactivate every 60 seconds. So what does that mean? It means his very weak attack can actually get pretty good. This is an R3 5-star, and we're going to see his attack's going to get higher than some of my R5s actually. So you tactfully get down to under 15%. We see that. And now the regeneration goes, and now for 30 seconds, I got 300% increased attack. Again, this is only an R3. So we're going to see some pretty decent hits going on in there right there. And we see that I'm able to finish that fight rather effortlessly. So the key here is to either take some hits or block damage to get yourself down just below 15% each time. Takes a little bit of practice. Okay, takes a tiny bit of practice. And of course, it's going to depend on the fight. Am I saying Iron Patriot's now crazy OP? That's not what I'm saying. But I am saying he can actually be pretty dang decent if used tactfully and carefully with the Red Goblin synergy specifically. Watch as I try to take it down to, boom, under 15%. See the regeneration going. Now let's get that massive damage. Also stick through the whole video. At the end, I'm going to show you a long fight and showing how you can keep doing this over and over. For a fairly simple fight, it might only take one rotation with a 30-second to 300% attack to finish the fight. And we'll see these fights finishing rather quickly, even though the health pools are in the 50,000 range or so. And so this one about 43,000 health, and we'll see once I'm just going to take a couple little tiny bit of chip damage right here, and there we go, and there we go. So his health goes back up, and I'm not very careful with my health because remember at the beginning of next fight I want to get under 15% again. So running suicides, I purposely want to get recoil damage. I'm fine with taking some block damage. I'm taking a couple hits, trying to keep it above 15%. Want to end it at 15% so I can go under 15% the next fight. So for those of you lesser developed rosters, those of you just want to have a little bit of fun, use a champ you haven't used in ages, here you go. And like I said, even for a lower attack rating, 300% of anyone's attack rating is going to be pretty good, pretty dang good. And the fact it goes for 30 seconds and can refresh every minute can make it pretty awesome. So I'm just trying to get there. Just a matter of getting kind of careful not to get too beat down. So right here, I'm losing a lot of health because I got cornered by Omega while I was losing my health, and trying to get out of that proved to be a little bit challenging, but we see I do some massive damage. Although I did make a minor mistake and I fell to 13%. Not the end of the world. Hey, if you want to use a 1 or 2, a level 1 or level 2 health pots, that is an option. So I want to be able to show that too. It's a lot better to use a level 1 or a couple little health pots and get back up into that nice cycle again, which I could keep doing that for entire pass. You clear entire pass using Iron Patriot doing this strategy. So okay, I put in 1500 health, which was actually a bit too much. One would have been more than sufficient, but that's okay. Those things usually expire for me anyway, so I don't mind throwing a couple on this. And there we go. I got my regeneration, so my health goes back up. And I'm already back at 47%. Is I got my 300% attack going on right there, doing some pretty nice decent damage. Again, this is only an R3 5-star, so this attack would get far more impressive as you rank him up, of course. So let's continue on. A few more fights, and then I'm going to show kind of a longer fight with the 500,000 health pool at the end. So again, if I got a full health pool, I'm just going to sit there and be a punching bag for a little bit. Going to take a bunch of hits. And there we go. Once I got that, then I can just kind of have a little bit of fun. So like I said, with a little bit of practice, you can clear entire paths fairly easy. And it is a very unusual playstyle, but there's several champs that can benefit off of a very unusual playstyle and synergies thing. People love Thing. People never stop talking about Thing, at least for a while. And his playstyle, and took a whole synergy team, and his playstyle not actually a little bit even weirder than this one. So again, I'm not calling Iron Patriot an OP end-all be-all champ, but am I saying you can actually use him these days with really just the Red Goblin primarily? Absolutely now. Absolutely. He's no longer as complete of a laughing stock as he was. I might even rank mine up a little bit higher just for fun. Although I'd be more prone to if I could get a higher star Red Goblin to go with it, because I can't bring 4 stars into some content. So, but we are seeing he's Iron Patriot's getting it done, going through it, smashing. There's no boost on this video either as well. Want to make sure I point that out. El Natural. Normal settings. Red Goblin's the one doing the primary work here. And made a little mistake there on Mortal. We got excited after the yes do. We're not a big deal, like I said. As long as I keep it over 15%, then I'm good. Actually, the closer it is to 15%, but slightly above it, the better. So this one is a kind of a little grand finale. This is going to be a 547,000 health pool. This will be a longer fight. Keeping in mind this is still an R3, but I want to show you how the strategy can work for high health pool fights. Don't think that once you lose your 30 seconds, the fight's over and you can't redo anything. That's not true. Just got to be a little patient. Sometimes patience can be helpful in this game. So we see I went ahead, took a beat until I activated. I'm now at 40%. Even though I know it's going to be a longer fight using an R3 against a 547,000 health pool, I'm not going to shy away from recoil. I don't have an issue with too much recoil, but I am going to keep it manageable, keeping in mind I need to keep it above 15% as I'm watching the timer. There's 2 timers I'm looking at. I see the Fury timer, which is 30 seconds, so I still got 300% attack. So I'm still doing some decent damage, which that's about to run out. So now I'm back to normal. But I still have another 30 seconds because it's a total minute before I can reactivate that. So now I'm just going to pass time. Okay? I'm going to pass time. I'm going to make sure I keep my health pool over 15%. So I'll be as tactful as I need to. So now I'm still waiting about another 20 seconds, give or take, based on the timer. And I see the timer's going in. I'm still at 21%. So as soon as the timer is refresh, I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of damage. Some block damage is more controllable in this case. I want to hit under 15%. Come on, hit me. Hit me. Hit me. Not a heavy. I don't want a heavy. To hit me, I only need 1 more percent. There we go. So now it's reactivated. So I got my regeneration back up, and I got my 300% fury again for another 30 seconds. I can keep doing this all day as long as the fight is going for. So it gives them some sustainability to, I was mentioning a moment ago about being able to clear entire paths with them if you want. You've seen 10,000 heavies right there off of an R3 5-star Iron Patriot. Not something you see every day now, is it? So again, not saying he crazy OP, but we are seeing he can get something done, especially with only an R3. And now I still got some time, maybe about 10 seconds or so left on the Fury with that 300% attack. And then so that's gone. So my attack is going to go back to normal attack. And so now I'll kind of pass some time and wait for that minute refresher to go. So I'll probably still have another 20-25 seconds at this point. So I'll just kind of pass time. do a little bit of damage, continue it on. If I was worried about hit count, I wouldn't really be attacking here. But the whole point of this video is I'm trying to do a hit count. So for those of you who say, oh, you have a super high hit count. Yeah, it's an R3. And I'm attacking aggressively still while my 300% is off. Which I wouldn't be doing that, obviously, if I was worried about the hit count. I don't want to make the video too boring and just sit around and dance for 30 seconds. Which I could, but why? And even with hit 30 seconds worth of that, you're still going to see pretty dang decent for an R3 5-star, especially an Iron Patriot of all things. And so now, we've seen this reactivated. I got my health back up. I can keep healing. I can keep doing this. I'm over 50% again. I got 30 seconds of fury again. So get those hits going on, doing that damage, having some fun. And let's go ahead and smash into that S2. Of course, when it crits and doesn't crit, can make a difference. See a 13,000 heavy off of an Iron Patriot right there. And no boost going on. This is just a regular ROL fight. Just want to use this for a high health pool to give you an idea how this strategy will work in a variety of fights. So don't think it's only a short fight, short health pool strategy. It's working actually extremely well in higher health pool fights as well, with a little bit of practice. You don't just walk right into the strategy. It takes a little practice, and it works pretty well. Again, Iron Patriot, someone was always been kind of a joke of a rank up, but someone I'm actually realistically ranking up these days. If nothing else, it's kind of fun. Kind of fun to say you were doing some pretty respectable damage with an Iron Patriot, not something that's a common tone. And so let's go ahead, and we see I'm able to reactivate it again. So it's only a 4%, but why not? I can get my health up if nothing else, if I wanted a little safety cushion for next fight, and get that recoil from that S2, and good night. So I'm hoping you enjoyed this video. If nothing else, see something not everybody always sees. When Iron Patriot's always the punchline to horrible, useless champ. Hey, there is now an exception to him if used with a little bit of finesse. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to click on that top left icon. Mcoc, AlBundyRules.